The skies darkened over Denmark today as the World Match Racing Tour ripped into its 7th event on the Baltic island of Bornholm. Points here are crucial for the overall standings, plus the goal of all match racers to be world champion.
This regatta here in Denmark is the third to last regatta for the season, so things are really starting to hot up in terms of the World Tour and leading into the final event in Malaysia. So all the points are up for grabs. Matteo Richard has got a handy lead at the moment, so it's important for the rest of us to try and get some points on him.
Tour leader Matteo Richard has a 24-point buffer into this event, but he didn't get off to the best start.
For sure, it's not good to start the competition like that with a defeat. But fortunately, we sailed well on the two next matches, and we won both matches. So it's not a bad first day with a score of 2-1.
Day one was particularly windy, 30-knot gusts, and a true test of boat handling for all teams.
The race against Bjorn Hansen yesterday was classic. It was a great race, and we had a small lead, and then coming down to the bottom mark, it got really windy, probably 25-30 knots. We were both struggling to keep control of our boats.
On the wind. Stop.
Two man overboards actually changed the policy of the World Match Racing Tour. Here, Ben Ainsley describes one of those incidents.
Bjorn got the inside of us at the bottom, so we made a manoeuvre. We dropped the spinnaker, jibed back. As we jibed back behind his stern, unfortunately Ian Percy, our tactician, was at the bow helping get the spinnaker down, and the bow just sort of moved away from him and he went in the water.
The result of this is that chief umpire on the tour, the highly respected Bill Edgerton, has ruled that the tour will no longer penalise any team over a man overboard. This is a sensible move all round, and the skippers here saw the reasoning in terms of fundamental seamanship.
I think it's now going to become tour policy that somebody goes in the water, we'll pick them up. And that's the primary concern, is their safety. I mean, if it's a close match, we'll be in close proximity to the boat. It could well be that it's not a close match, and then somebody else might pick them up, in which case they deal with it. We're normally the first in position. If it's anybody else, fine too. There's no advantage to be gained from somebody throwing somebody over the side. So the policy is get them back on the water, no penalty, get them back on the boat, and get on with the racing. I mean, this is something we dealt with in the America's Cup as well. In there we actually give a penalty, but the tour policy here is we're not going to, we're just going to leave it.
Racing on day two was tense. The pressure was on all teams because only 4 go through. There are no quarterfinals, just semis.
Really lost at the start there. We were too early, so it was kind of playing catch up the whole race.
Just got the lead and held on to it the whole way around, but it was a really good race, very close, and both teams working very hard.
Francesco Bruni fought tooth and nail against Matteo Richard towards the top mark in Flight 16, Match 2. Here's how an incident against Richard played out.
Attacking here.
Bruni lost that one, but is the top performer so far, and a shoo-in for the semis, as is Mirsky. Ben Ainsley has it all to do with 3 more races left to play in the round robin. We'll have those deciding matches online tomorrow, plus the semi-final showdown. Plenty to play for in the Danish Open.